Hello, Christ Community Church. Pastor Tracy here on the first day of 2022, New Year's Day 2022. And certainly praying for a blessed year, and that as we continue to navigate the difficulties of these modern times, that the Lord will show himself and that we'll have opportunities to share the good news and be the hands and feet of Jesus to the community around us. Listen, I need to let you know that among our community, and when I say community, I mean our church community, we have several people in the last week who have been diagnosed with COVID. And just as it's playing out in other places, some of those very mild, almost not noticeable, and then others struggling significantly with the effects and symptoms of that. And so I want you to pray for those folks. And with that, as I talk to a number of my friends in the medical community here in Anchorage, they're very concerned that in the next 2 weeks, we will again reach capacity at our medical facilities. Some of our critical departments are short-staffed right now. One I know of in particularly critical care staff at one of our local hospitals is down 25% with people out sick. And that creates a strain on our resources and makes it potentially possible that people who need care for serious conditions, accidents and surgeries and things like heart attacks, issues like that require specific specialty care, won't have ready access to care if the hospitals are overburdened and staff is out because of sickness. So, because of the spread within our own community, which we don't think happened at church, it just happens to be this thing racing through the community right now, I am asking that tomorrow, January 2nd, that you stay home. I will be at the church, Karen will be there with me, a couple of other people to make all of the technological magic work, and we will broadcast live from the church tomorrow, and we're just going to encourage you to stay home. In particular, if you are high risk right now, this next week or two, do everything that you can to keep your bubble small, keep your people close, and don't be out there spreading germs and getting germs from other people. We want you to stay safe, we want you to stay healthy, we want you to stay well. And so we're going to do our very small part to not contribute to what could be a very difficult time for our medical community. I'm gonna grab this little booger right here. This is Mittens, Christopher's cat. She decided she had to come up and say hello while I was doing this little video here. All right, off you go. So with that being said, that's what we're hoping to be able to do, is just to do our part to not contribute to an increased burden on our medical community, as well as we want you to do everything that you can to stay safe. So stay home tomorrow. We will monitor this next week. What I'm hearing from my medical professional friends is that they expect this next week to see a significant spike here in Anchorage in COVID cases, and that will invariably affect the medical community. So we're going to do our part. If you are around, if you come around here at the church, masks, please. If you're unvaccinated, please take extra measures. If you're vaccinated, be wise. And if you're high risk, certainly, please continue to, I hope, take all of those measures to keep yourself safe. We would really love to be able to see you on the other side of this, and Lord willing, we will. Anyway, I'm thankful for the technology that we can bring church service to you anyway, and it looks like, promising things are on the horizon, and that we are going to get through this, and we just ask the Lord to help us get there, and ask you to give us a little bit of help in getting there as well. It's difficult to describe the burden that your pastors carry in trying to decide what the right thing to do is, and what our part is to play in not encouraging, the spread of infection. So We're not living in fear by any stretch, which is why I'm not saying, you know, oh my gosh, it's crazy, stay home, batten down the hatches. We want to be mindful of our community and, again, as I said, contribute in a meaningful way to not overburdening our medical system, our staff, and things like that. So just for this week, maybe one more, we'll let you know how things are going because we're going to watch those numbers. I'd really like to see them come back down into those 100 positive cases a day kind of realm, and we'll see what happens. All right, I love you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you online tomorrow.